Hello, everybody. God bless you. Welcome back to the fueling station KPTV 6280. If you're here for the first time, well, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We hope that you like it enough to stay here on this channel. We're going to get into our video on today, but make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification twice so that you can be notified every time we upload a video. So on today, we're going to get into what really happened, and we're talking about in Maui and what would really happen there. And also our hearts and our prayers are definitely with them, because we know that if it happened there, that it can happen anywhere. So I want to share with you on today a few videos that are pretty much self-explanatory, but as believers, we are to want justice. Amen.
Pretty interesting what I found
we know
here.
that God is a God of justice, and we know that we should want justice. So we really don't know what really happened here. I pray that God will allow this to be exposed, that they would get to the bottom of this. But this is a documentary about a young man that has some very important footage, and his life was even threatened by sharing this information. I also have another video at the end. Please stay to the end of the video. I'll give you my commentary, but please stay to the end of the video. There's another video to show you what's really going on. Now, we're just doing this for entertainment and for educational purposes. So we want to let them know that we are using the FAIR Act used here in this broadcast. So take a look at this video, guys.
I'm going to do for a while, but it should be a pretty good one. It's things that did not burn during the fire. I went through hours of footage, and it was pretty interesting what I found. Here are the famous umbrellas. These are actually Tommy Bahama umbrellas, and I have pictures of these before the fire, so you can see what they actually used to look like. Not very different now. And then the sole surviving car on Front Street in front of the outlet mall. And I actually found another sole survivor car the other direction that's a little bit further south on Front Street, which I didn't notice at the time, but here it is right here. You can see it on the left in this frame here. Anyway, I'm going to just roll some of this footage. Most of this is unreleased. It doesn't really work that well with TikTok because this is all shot in 16:9, but I've got hundreds of gigabytes, many hours of footage, both on the ground and in the air. So all of that footage, again, has been uploaded to a friend in an undisclosed location. They then copied all of that data onto a 256 AES encrypted hard drive and then physically took it to somebody else. So if somebody's able to intercept that or get it, then we've lost. I mean, there's nothing more I could have done. In the middle of editing this footage last night, there was an incident where some people came to my house. They were banging on my door and they were yelling, "Jeff Cygnus, Jeff Cygnus." We made the decision just to kind of lay low and see if the situation escalated. I was ready to defend myself. It seemed like it was at least two people, I think potentially more. We heard them talking to each other, and eventually they just went away, but I could hear the tone in their voice. I mean, these people certainly were not my friend, and I just want to speak candidly with you guys for a few minutes here, if I can. This whole last 2 weeks has been the longest 2 weeks of my life, no question. And I mean, I've done some stressful things in my life for sure, but nothing quite to this magnitude. And at the moment, I really need to think about the safety of my family, and I need to think about my personal safety. Now, I'm not done telling this story, but if anything happens to me, I won't be able to tell the rest of it. I am very confident, though, that the person who is in possession of the footage will be able to pick up where I left off if that's what it takes. And they have the credentials to all of my social media. And so I want to kind of tell you guys what to expect from me moving forward. First of all, I am going to continue with the daily story here on TikTok. So for the people checking up on my safety, please do that. Please continue to look for that. I will continue to post it. I'm also going to upload some high resolution content and current episodes to YouTube and Rumble. And there were a couple of episodes that I edited together that I felt were not TikTok friendly because the terms of service are a little bit different than X. So there's a couple things I'll put on X that will be different. So I'm going to try to do all that stuff sometime very soon here. I need to address a couple things and set the record straight. So first of all, I have made absolutely no money on this. I can't even say that. I signed up for X, so I've made negative $11 a month is the compensation I have received for killing myself for the last 2 weeks, because that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for money. I've had many national news media outlets reach out to me wanting my footage, wanting interviews. I've had some lucrative offers from them for sure, but I've turned all of them down. That's not why I'm doing it. I want the truth to get out there. And I'll get into more about why I'm doing this in a minute. But the other thing I want to mention is the only reason I turned on tips on TikTok and X is because I had literally hundreds of people telling me to turn this on. And so I did. And across these platforms, I think last time I checked, it was almost 40 million unique viewers. And out of those 40 million people, nobody tipped me anything. And that's totally fine, but that's not why I'm doing it. But I didn't get any tips. And so I think the people saying that, they probably were just saying that so they could create a situation where they could attack me. But the truth is I really have made no money whatsoever on any of this. And none of this has been meant to be political. I'm not that political of a person, but I do strongly believe in the First Amendment. I think that with situations like this, people should be able to say what they want to say about it. They should be able to report it without being intimidated, without people trying to stop them and suppress them, and without the government interfering. And I believe that people should have freedom. And I really, really strongly believe that's under attack right now. And no matter what your political ideology is, you should care about that. That should matter to you, and you should do your part, whatever that is. And that's all I'm trying to do here, is do my part. And it was very evident to me early on that nobody else was going to do this. And some of the stuff I've been doing is pretty horrendous conditions. I mean, I've been hiking up to a hill, holding the phone up, trying to upload stuff for hours. I mean, I've been like nobody else did this for a reason. But aside from that, when I was in the park, and we were being ordered around out of thousands of people, I was really the only one pushing for answers and asking questions. And I don't know why that is. I haven't lived here as long as some people, and I have some ideas, I can speculate about that, which is something I will do in the future, but it didn't seem like anyone else was going to do this. And on top of that, the national news, they don't tell you the whole story. They don't show you everything, and they're not even allowed in here right now. So I just really strongly felt somebody had to get something out there, that was true. And I'm not finished with this. I will continue with this. For the people asking why I don't show my face, it's because I need to maintain some level of anonymity for safety reasons at the moment. I might show my face in future episodes. But the other thing is, the story is not about me. So I'm just telling the story, and I'm...
Okay, guys. So he's basically going on and on. But if you are interested in seeing this documentary or his actual work, you can let me know, and I'll give you the link to this video. But real quick, I want to show you another video. There are a lot of suspicion that is going on concerning Maui, and what we have to understand, if they can do this there, they can do this anywhere. So no one should feel safe. This is starting to happen. All of this devastation and all of these things are starting to happen in so many places all over the world. We are seeing unusual temperatures. We know that the earth is not doing this on its own. For the most part, that is my opinion. But we see that there are a lot of things that are taking place in this world. And we're seeing catastrophic floods that are taking away whole neighborhoods. We are seeing just earthquakes that are at record amounts of numbers that has never have taken place before. So take a look at this video, and this should be something that you should be concerned about, because this can actually happen in the cities that we are living in. But this is a good explanation of what can be taking place and the reason why. Take a listen to this video, y'all.
Fires that's going on. Pay attention. These are all the fires that's going on right now in America. We're going to go through a lot of these, and I'm going to show you what's going on in these states and why there's fires. In Texas, there's a fire around this area, which is close to Austin. Live from Austin, Texas, the Smart City Challenge. There's fires in Washington. Lawmakers from Washington State push for a smart city bill in Congress. What's outside of Phoenix, Arizona? Scottsdale. City of Scottsdale, Smart City Strategic Roadmap. Wildfires in New Jersey. New Jersey Smart Cities Working Group. Fires in New Mexico. Smart City planned in New Mexico. Wildfires near Portland, Oregon. Smart cities planned for Portland, Oregon. Wildfires in Florida. Smart city initiatives for Orlando. Wildfires in Mississippi. Smart cities planned for Mississippi. And this isn't just happening in America. There's fires in Greece. Smart cities planned for Greece. Y'all, I could have gone on and on with this, but I think you see the pattern. Take a look.
So what are we talking about? We're talking about the things that we told you that is coming. We know that the smart cities is not a figment of our imagination. This is actually the plans for the future. So all of these devastations that is happening is only is doing a dual assignment that they are assigning. First of all, it is causing the depopulation, the earth to be depopulated to at an enormous rate. In other words, if they're not getting them one way through medicine, they're getting them actually through the death of these tsunamis, landslides, fires that are taking place. But now all of a sudden, they are not only interested in bringing the population down, but they are also interested in cattling the people or hurting the people in a general area. We played a video a couple of years ago that was the city called Nome, and it's a line. The city is on one straight line. These are smart cities. These are smart buildings that they already have for people to go in. I mean, think about it. When you are devastating the world, wanting to control the people, taking an economy away from them and devastating them to the degree that they don't have anything, no land, no house, no money, no car, no nothing. People are going to be more eager to go into these smart cities and these smart homes that they already have prepared. They're going to be more apt to take the government subsidies that they have, or whatever the case may be that they will have for everybody. I did a video, I think I talked about it, how in the future, this was a couple of weeks ago, how everything will have a sensor on it. I don't know if you were on our broadcast when I talked about how even the government is paying, I think, so many millions of dollars to tag everything, every piece of clothes. The clothing that you wear will be able to record what you're saying, the clothing that you're wearing, and anything that is in your possession can actually hear and can monitor you. This is a true story. This is something that the government invested in. And so if you're not aware of the hour that we're living in, this is not a time for us to be even wanting to be in this world and to be a part of this world. Back in the day, people say living in the world was fun, but today, getting left behind in this kind of world that will be a totalitarian government and controlled by the enemy, this will be a world that you would not want to stay in. So I just challenge every person to get right with God. If you know someone that is not saved, pray for their salvation. Be bold enough to ask them, can you pray with them? Can you walk them through the plan of salvation? Because if we don't do a work to snatch them out of hell's fire. No one else is going to do it. The Bible says that Satan has blinded the eyes of people so that they cannot see the gospel of the glorious truth. And so we need you to be the ambassador that you are and the light that you are, to be an example for those that are lost in this dying day. Okay, so I love you in Jesus' name. Please share this video. Let other people know what time it is. This is the hour to know. We cannot have you to be ignorant of Satan's devices, because we know that there are many things that are happening in the world today, and we want you to be knowledgeable about what is coming and what is going on. Share the video, thumbs up the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.